I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review of the Bushwacker factory width pocket style fender flares, fitting all 2007 to 2016 JKs. Of course, Bushwacker offers these for both the front and the rear of the Jeep, but they are available as separate items. The fronts will fit a 2-door or 4-door Wrangler, but the rears are body style specific, so make sure you get the right ones for your Jeep. Bushwacker is a really well-known name in fender flares, and there's a good reason for that. They make a really high-quality product that demands a premium price. I really like these flares in particular for someone interested in upgrading the style of their Jeep to a pocket-style rivet flare, but doesn't need the additional clearance offered from a flat fender flare or the additional coverage offered from a wider than factory flare. If you are somebody who needs some additional width to cover wider tires, Bushwacker does offer these same flares in a wide version. The material that these flares are made of looks a lot like the factory material. This is a Duraflex 2000 TPO material that will flex without breaking and is UV protected so they won't fade over time like the factory flares might. These fender flares are a little bit different than some of the other flares that we've installed. This is a two-piece system that includes an inner fender piece and the actual fender flare. These bolt together using the stainless steel rivets that you see, so those rivets are functional, as opposed to some of those other fender flares where the rivets are just there for visual effect. Something else that makes these fenders unique is that they include weather stripping to go between the inner fender piece and the painted surface on the Jeep. Something I really like about this kit is that it utilizes the factory marker lights up front and the factory inner fender liners. I really like having the fender liners reinstalled because they keep mud and other junk out of the engine bay, and the install instructions for these flares tell you exactly where you need to cut to make them work. One feature I like on some other fender flares available on the market that isn't included in this kit is your choice of different color rivets. This kit only comes with the included stainless steel rivets. Installing these fender flares is pretty straightforward, and the most difficult and time-consuming part is going to be trimming the factory inner fenders to make them work with these. Once you remove the factory fender flares and the factory inner fenders, you can go ahead and do that trimming and cutting and start to put everything back together with the included hardware and weather stripping. Bushwacker says it'll take you about 2 hours to install the front fenders and about 3 to install the rear. In my experience, it usually takes a little bit longer to install the front than the back, but any way you slice it, if you're installing a set of 4, I would give yourself about 5 to 6 hours to get it done. As far as tools go, you will need something to trim the inner fender liners, whether it be a hacksaw or a sawzall, and I would have a razor knife handy to do any other fine-tuning to get these to fit just right. Other tools that you'll want to have around are a screwdriver, sockets, and open-ended wrenches, and some rubbing alcohol to clean all the surfaces for the weather stripping. I think you do get a lot for what you pay for these, but like I said before, they are a premium product at a premium price. In fact, there are some complete sets of 4 flares out there that you can get for the price of just 2 of these. So if you have the budget, these are a great option. But if you're looking to save a little bit of money, in my opinion, there are flares out there that look and function similarly that are a lot less expensive. I'd recommend these if you're looking for a premium flare that's really well constructed and is going to hold up well over time. As long as you don't need the clearance or coverage offered by a flat or wider flare, and you're okay with a bit of an involved install, these are a nice option. So that's my review of the Bushwacker factory width pocket style fender flares fitting all 2007 to 2016 JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.